Politricks watch. This is Sir P. Now, even by my standards, this video is going to be controversial. I'm going to talk about the facts here. We're now reached a stage where when you really break down these murders and look at who are dead and who are shot, who and whatever, we have to start breaking it down between COBs and civilians. I will tell you what I'm talking about. Today I'm going to show in our video. One, when I go see a youth, I guess quote unquote artist, putting on a performance in front of the camera, gun in a hand, he goes as far as to cock the weapon, or as Jamaican would say, select it, right? Which confirms that it's a real weapon. Right? You can see and hear. Then the police them doing their job, turn up, right? Asking for the weapon, and I go hear your favorite Kerosene, your favorite Jamaican sister doing what them the best. Lying, protecting, shielding, whatever one want to call it. For years, the Kerosene have been playing on the guilt of the people. Doing our usual PR. Oh, even not doing nobody nothing, a hard-working youth. At this point, they all sound the same. We don't believe you. Even when time them give themselves on camera. Even when time the person them protect you themselves on camera. And the culture is so acidic. When people see this, people often take the side of either the 87 or the Kerosene. Low the youth, you fight against the youth, you bad mind the youth, you fight get the youth.
I understand only for come and search my brother room. What kind of injustice this? What here?
Oh, where you going there?
Him don't have no gun in here. Him don't have no gun in here.
Nice man.
I understand only for come and search up him room. What kind of... What here?
Hard working youth, that's enough. Hard working youth outside my
What kind of fuck with this?
Hard working youth.
That was tough.
Him not no gun.
Watch the injustice, people. Watch the injustice.
Yeah.
Him don't have no gun. Wanna give him gun?
Him not have none. Him not have
Man,
none.
I lock the door. I lock the door. You can't lock me out.
Yeah, we can't lock you out of our place. Him not have nothing. Him not have no gun, brother. Him not have none. Him have been pity them all live for and I work for.
One bag of bumper and start fuck it. That's all I'm going to people community come do.
Yeah, I kill off the innocent them. This not right.
Look how they pull up him room. No man.
Look for no gun. Him no gun. This need justice. This justice. This need justice. Him not have nothing.
People wanna see what I go and do. Wanna see the fuck you I go and.
Yeah.
Innocent youth. What do I tell life for? Search down the place.
I look for him and say, a gunman. When you can't look for him and say, I'm a gunman. When you can't do that.
Watch this. Search on the place. Search on the place. Cause you never find nothing.
What officer? What officer? Officer. Him not a gun officer. What officer? You want to kill out the you granny? If they are him granny, they are sick and they just coming upon him, sir. Eh? And we not have a search warrant.
Watch there. I search on the fucking place. I know they can't find no gun. No warrant to no have and I coming at people house and I dig up people house.
Yeah,
what the gun there? What the gun there?
Him not have no gun. No gun there. What I search for? We don't go search in vain. Cause nothing there.
Look how that jeep. What the fuck this?
We don't want to kill off my
I'm
friend.
just glad to the media see what I go on, you know. I'm glad to the media see what I go on.
We must be taking out a camera and kill him, but not today. Like anywhere we go there.
Hi, there's a reason why Jamaica produced so much 87s, 90s, 116s, Kerosene. There's a reason why Jamaica produced so many Vipers. Don't think so. This is a case of, you know, some little, a few bad eggs. Jamaica's culture is highly acidic. I'm telling you already, say. The acidic crowd, right now, you're leading in the fourth quarter. Because it's the norm. This is why in everything I never ever leave out John Public. Whether we talk about politicians, whether we talk about 87s, but we can't leave out John Public. We can't believe people actually accost the police and do them job. We tell the police them to go up on the front foot, be proactive. And then I look at Kerosene. Can tell them to even though they can see for themselves, even when time them use them collect them own evidence to think themselves, the people them still side with the acidity. Now let me get to the part of the video where I go upset the woke activists them. But I've probably said worse. I don't know, I have over 1,000 videos. Right? I probably said something much worse somewhere down the line. I mean, worst case scenario, you hit the dislike button. Right, a strongly worded comment and claim say now come up over here again. Life will go on, I can assure you. At this point, we've got to start put some asterisks beside some of them people in name. When you say Jamaica have 1,400 murders, police don't even start put an asterisk beside some of them names. Asterisks, known gang member. Asterisks, known Kerosene, known 90, known 116. I'm gonna tell you why. When 87 take out 87s, they will now be designated COB, casualty of badness. A full time now we start. These numbers, when we hear 1,400 people, 1,000, we need to start stick one who. Right? We need to say, oh, him a bad man, COB. Or, him did I go down the road and the man there, rob him for him, watch and kill him, that's a civilian. No, we're not saying don't count, right? The one them, for example, don't count the COBs, because we still need to know how much will be getting murdered in the country. But we need to put it in a context. We need to put it in context because when time we break down Wagwan and Moby, and don't worry I get to it, because as usual, your favorite entertainers, your favorite producers and artists are playing a major role in a Wagwan and Moby. Same way, even though a Whitehall, producers are the same thing. Members of the entertainment industry are playing a major role in a crime in Jamaica. Don't worry, I get into it. But that's another day. Right now, we're talking about COB. Casualty of badness. When time COB dead, when you a boss gun, when you go shoot man and a man come and come shoot you, that's a badness, bro. A ball game. When Kerosene was over 87, move gun to 87, and a rival gang find out where she did and go kill her, casualty of badness. That Kerosene is not the same as Jasmine Dean. Let me make myself 100% clear, sir. Right. I don't want no friendship and I don't want no Christmas card from nobody. Right. So who vex was vex. A kerosene oil who sit down in a vehicle and another rival gang come wet her up, right, is not the same as no Jasmine Dean. Stop grouping these people together. One is a COB, a casualty of badness, and should be designated as such. 87 who killed 3 people and the man finally catch him down one lane while he's sleeping and the man wet him up, he's a COB. He is not the same as a man who go in his yard and the man try rob him and in the process him lose him life. Complete different circumstances. The numbers them need to start get separated. COB, civilian. When the man finally catch sci-fi and kill sci-fi, right, it's not the same, right, as a man who they talk to one girl and him never knows that the girl have one man and then the girl man go find out and go back go kill the man because a girl clone. It's not the same. One is a COB. We need to start putting context on these numbers. Because I'm Moby right now, the vast majority of people who are dropped right now are either 87s, 90s, Kerosenes. If the man them fight them gang war and wipe out each other, they need to put an asterisk beside them name, COB. So we can at least know, say, well, alright, he was active in the badness. And that's how badness go. Right? Bad man not play by rules, right? Why are the people of Jamaica acting like, say, right, a woman who is in an abusive relationship with her husband and him finally take her life is exactly the same as a Kerosene who help move the man and rifle from point A to B and then she go buck up in her rival gang them and the man they mash her up. Why are we acting like those two set of people are the same? If me play a game of football, right, and a man slide and tackle a man on the field, and a man get injured, a ball game. Part of the game, that's how it go. It's rough, but that's how it go. Right, you know, so when you walk on the pitch, that was possible, it could happen to you. That's how ball game go. So if you're 87, and you go shoot man, and man come shoot you, a ball game that. You want on Kerosene, where you say you want gunman in your hole, well guess what? Sometimes you might get gunshot in your head. A ball game. You wanna play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. But if you wanna know, say the video go rough. I want to make myself 100% clear. We don't want to see no Kerosene or come go on like say them are the same as no battered housewife or no girl who come from work and get take away. They are not the same. The outcome might be the same, but let's not act like we don't know how one end up with them there. You are an active member of a gang. You are playing an active role in violence. You are a casualty of badness. Full time now we start mollycoddle woman, right? Start mollycoddle these youth and make them know the reality of the situation. You can be who you want to be and be with who you want to be with. But when it is time to deal with the consequences of those choices, make sure so you're ready to deal with it. Stop lumping all these people together. We need to get the full context of these numbers. Ball game. When you play football, you understand if you dip on the pitch and you play, you're going to get tackled. Sometimes you're going to slide and chip up your knee and anything that you understand as the ball game go. However, people in the stands are not expecting to get a tackle. They're not playing a ball game. The people in the stands are not expecting to see a footballer run come in the stands, come slide tackle them. Those are civilians. Man might play a ball game are footballers. Footballers tackle footballers. So if a man tackle a footballer, then you say, I saw it go, I saw the game go. If a man want to tackle a man in the stands, or tackle somebody in the parking lot, right, or run go slide tackle somebody in the yard, then the fact say, well, you can't say, well, me a footballer, so it go, no, you will not play, the next person never play. We need full context for the situation on the ground. As I say, we have to count everybody, right? Everybody who get murdered, sure we count everybody. But we have to break this down in a context. COB, civilians. Carlton I go work, and a man see him, and tell him say we give him some money, and I try to start Carlton. Carlton say no, and the man shoot Carlton. Carlton is a civilian. Sci-fi make cheat up it, and then some man see him and then mash up sci-fi head is a COB. Because that way we can look at the numbers them and say, well, alright, out of the 1400, 400 of them were civilians. So even though I know this will never ever happen because your favorite leaders them simply have the cojones to pull this off because people, the work activists will be upset. Right? You can, and because the man say, well, he's never been convicted, cut the crap. People know, like, police know every gunman in Mobile, every gunman in Kingston, every gunman in Spanish Town. Police know known gang members. So when time them dead, why you can't just designate them in the asterisk and say, well, him, COB. So end of the year, we can look on the numbers then. You have COB, you have civilians, and you have unknown, because sometimes you're not going to know. But at least we can break it down. 700 out of these numbers were known COB. So now we can put it in a context. Because right now what we're seeing is that you have enough communities that were once peaceful and loving places. For example, even at Trelawney, Bounty Hall, them place that was peaceful place, them place that was quiet. And your favorite Kerosene, them, your favorite 87s, them go there, go turn the people in place in a joke, go turn the people in place in a crime scene, and bring the foolishness with them, and bring them, and the thing with them, anywhere Kerosene and 87s go, death and destruction follow, because them enemies them, I follow them, and I trail them to kill them. Me tell them, so the video go rough. But I stand by it 100%. We need to know what's COB and what's civilian. Or how much taxi man want to try making money to feed him family, handsman take him and kill him so they can use him car. At them numbers them you really want to see. Anyway, that's the thing there. I'm going to elaborate on this further along the line too. You're going to hear this become a new talking point on this platform. COB. Casualty of badness. You want to fight gang wars? You will not be treated the same like the Charmaine Rattray and the Joyce Lynch and the Jasmine Dean. Anyway, Patient Squad, you up on yourself. Yeah, you don't know, more life. Ultra Squad, stay circling. Bless.